What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou, this time with episode 3 of season 5, or Natsume Yuujinchou Go. Really good episode last time, literally just finished watching it. Another day where I've just decided to do an extra episode, because why not? But yeah, really enjoyed it, focusing on what I think was a little bird girl, but we didn't ever actually see her as a bird, but lovely pink-haired little girl that was just trying to hand back a towel, which was really lovely. I did say it. It was like when you think of like a Natsume Yuujinchou episode, you think of something like that, like quite touching, connecting a human with a yokai, and yeah, I just thought it was a really awesome episode. But got a really interesting one here, which was one of the reasons I decided to do another episode, because we got Matoba, we got Natori, we got some interesting characters back again, so looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. But yeah, it looked like an interesting situation with like what was going on, like especially with Matoba like dressed up in a suit, and yeah, it just looked like an interesting scenario. I gotta say as well, this opening song especially has grown on me quite a bit. Maybe it's because I focused a bit too much on the lyrics the first watch through. Sometimes a Japanese song, sometimes I actually, when I don't know the lyrics, don't get me wrong, I like the lyrics of this song, but sometimes it just like, some of the lyrics just come through from what you're hearing, even though you don't understand the language, if that makes sense. You can just feel it. I feel like that happens quite a lot with anime songs, honestly. It's like when you go to finally read the lyrics, it's like, yeah, you know what, I kind of expected that to be what was being said. And then other situations like, oh crap, that actually, it's a very upbeat song, but the lyrics are super depressing. That's happened to me quite a few times. Fight on, fight on. Again, I shout when I play football, and it's actually no easy feat shouting like that when you're trying to run. Cram school. Okay then. Get a friend like that. It's just, oh, you're talking to yourself? Oh, okay. That's the thing with, as someone with an inner voice, I'm always kind of talking to myself, if that makes sense. I'm literally talking to myself right now, like physically, just to pause for a sec so I don't miss anything. I always find it quite fascinating. I am literally always talking to myself. I know that people can be watching, of course, so there's an element of like, I'm not going to say everything that kind of comes to mind. Well, I do try to say everything that comes to mind, and I do usually, I do think, but yeah, I'm not going to like say anything outrageous that's going to go on the internet, for example. I like revealing stuff about myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like hiding anything. Like with people on the internet, especially like these Minecraft YouTubers and stuff, I can understand why people would be pretty skeptical about internet personalities and so on. But I like to think that I've shown my full self on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I say that's quite funny, but like I said, as someone with an inner voice, I'm always kind of talking to myself anyway, in a sense. Like everything that does come out is something that I've already like said in my head to myself. It's pretty weird because again, I never used to have an inner voice. But I think it only came in when I was like maybe like 18, 19, 20, after I stopped doing drugs and alcohol and such. Started actually thinking about how the things I say affect other people, and just stop being a bit of a delinquent. And yeah, I'm very appreciative that that is the case, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure. Well, I know how I functioned without an inner voice. Again, I was disruptive and rude, and yeah, I was just a negative person. But I think that is also like those type of people. Not to say that I was like major extroverted, but I was much more extroverted, and I appreciate that in a sense with some people that don't have those inner voices. The fact that they are so kind of like true to themselves in a manner, like they have no filter in what they say. It's almost like being a kid in a sense. And I think growing up a little bit to me was actually growing that inner voice. But yeah, again, it's funny I say that. That's weird considering how many hours I've spent at my desk, essentially talking to myself. Yeah, I mean, again, it's slightly different because I know that this is like going online, but I am talking to myself essentially. Like when you get down to the facts. But it's also a case of like when I do watch things in my own time, like I'm rewatching Fire Force right now in preparation for season 3. I watch a lot of TV and movies. I don't outwardly say anything. I'm just quiet the whole time, of course. My thoughts stay in my head. I just put them outwards here. I just, yeah. It's like I think the same things when I'm watching by myself and when I'm watching on my YouTube, but it's just here I release the thoughts more. Again, I'm not sure why they've changed yokai to demons. It's a pretty strange change. I'm not gonna get used to it. They're not demons. I know they're not demons. Again, we saw last episode that some of these people, some of these yokai are lovely. So this is the letter from Mataba that we saw in the preview. The letter from the Exorcist. That sound. We also saw this in the preview, and it doesn't look like he stays in the bottle. So this is some rookie exorcist. Not even ready yet. Oh, Nyako, you legend. I assume that's Nyako. It sounds like him trying to put on a cat voice. It's like it should just sound like a cat, but you can tell it's Nyako trying to sound like a cat. And yeah, I was quite interested to see what was in there, but you saw in the preview it cracks open. Oh god, good job, you exorcist. You've done a real good job here. You fucking idiot. How funny you say that. That looks a little bit like a monkey. Not sure if that's just me or not. Not sure if it's the nose. I think it's the mixture of the nose and the beard. Just keep doing it. He'll get annoyed eventually. Natsume. Oh, you're all happy now, aren't you, Natalie? Sorry, this is going to sound really weird and yeah. I wish I had the best word this, but if he is having sex with a woman, what happens when a woman, like, if that just crawls on him or somewhere that she sees and she's like, oh, what the fuck is that? So that's yeah, that would be a bit of a nightmare. Not sure why that just came to my head, but I just thought that. It's just like, huh, that might be a bit of an issue. Although I'm not sure normal. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't think normal people can see that. Considering he's an actor, yeah, I doubt normal people can see that. To be fair, but if they could, that would probably cause quite the scenario. It reminds me of those, like, when people take like videos with like their mum or something, and they put like a filter on where there's like a spider that crawls across your face, and they start like slapping themselves. It's a dangerous run. I don't care how talented you are if you can't care about what you're doing like this. Don't take care in your work. So just left him to sit here. Apparently. Now again, I wish we know. I wish we didn't lose it. Well, how's he gonna know? Shit. Got some Jurassic Park tremors right here. Does this matter, bro? Yes. Oh wait. No, it's not. Oh shit, was this like a trap then? Huh. So whoever this is knows that we took this Go guy here. I mean, it didn't seem like a trap. Huh. Clumsy one, isn't he? Seems like a pretty cool guy, actually. I know he didn't really get to know this yokai, but he seemed like a pretty goofy guy. How many did you get? Oh, so that wasn't like in tandem. It was just a curse that so happened to break the pot. I see. So it wasn't intended that they kind of the curse and the pot would be together. Okay, so it wasn't a trap. Well, well, it's not. It's not again. It's not. It's common knowledge. Mario meant to get all these rules. It kind of reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh. Just to pause for a sec. Yu-Gi-Oh's got like Yu-Gi-Oh's got. I used to play as a kid, and Yu-Gi-Oh. When you get like a starter deck, and like when you got some cards, you usually get like some tip cards sometimes in packs. When you buy like starter decks, sometimes you get like a rule book. But the rule book isn't actually the rule book. Like you have things that are just like common knowledge and logic, which applies to this. I think with just like yeah, there's like logical things that you can understand are wrong and right to do in the realm of exorcism. But again, like Yu-Gi-Oh, there's so many unwritten rules. You can never actually like. It must be so hard for someone to get into Yu-Gi-Oh because there is nowhere that all specific rules and specific kind of interactions can actually like is actually written down. Like you've had to play throughout years and years of Yu-Gi-Oh to understand a lot of rules and a lot of and things. And I think that's the same with this exorcism business. Like there's a bunch of unwritten rules that are just logical, but also it's like you won't actually find out certain rules until you kind of break them or until you experience them yourself. So I don't think Natsume's really got to worry here whatsoever. Like I said, that's one of I don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh much anymore. I just don't like where it's kind of gone. It's just yeah. But when Master Duel came back and everything, it's like you got so many things that you don't know, I'd say like again, I played pretty much my whole life, and I'd say there's like probably like 10,000 interactions, but probably more that I just have no idea about. And I'd probably be considered someone that has a good knowledge of interactions and rules. But because it's a card game of like 20,000 cards, that's like inevitably, yeah, that's what happens when you have a game that Sorry, I don't think I rewound there, so apologies. I'm gonna go back to 1444. Apologies about that, but yeah, it must be such a hard game to get into as a newcomer. That's why I was quite interested with the Master Duel release. It had so many new people come into the game, but again, it must have been so hard, even with an element of that game actually doing a lot of the ruling for you. Um, yeah, it must have been so hard. That sounds a lot like the Book of Friends, I think. You got another forbidden technique. Look at the anchor, look at it. Like, I know your secret. So, we've learnt today that Natsume is breaking a few rules in the exorcism business, but he's not in the exorcism business, so. So, I did say about Mataba's involvement. We haven't got much time left, and there was quite a few scenes of him in the preview. So, I wonder what happens at the end here. Is that the one directed to Natsume? So it was a request. Oh, come on! It actually happened. See, I hated that as a kid, where you'd make an excuse up. That was like my dog. Sorry to pause again, guys, but I hate that because I did make it. I think we all inevitably made excuses as kids, like for missing homework or missing a day of school, and I would use excuses. But when it actually came to like, especially like swimming lessons, I didn't used to like going swimming lessons. Um, I used to say like I got the athlete's foot. I've never had athlete's foot in my life. That was the most common one, which I just used every week towards the end. But one of the times it was like actually like my dog did actually eat my swimming trunks. It's like when you say like your dog ate your homework. My dog genuinely ate my swimming trunks. I used to have a German Shepherd called Max, rest in peace. And yeah, he got hold of him and just absolutely tore him to shreds. And obviously, the teacher didn't believe me. Of course, the teacher didn't believe me because it just sounds so generic and bullshit, doesn't it? It's like, oh, he ate your homework, did he? Sure, he did, but he genuinely did. So it's annoying. Mmm, tasty. And we've still never seen you eat any humans, so you're just talking absolute nonsense, Nyanka. It is quite horrible that he knows where he lives, isn't it? A meeting. So an exorcist has taken out some shamans. They're being controlled. Potentially being controlled. Well, that seems like a good idea and a bad idea at the same time. The good part of that being that it probably will out them. The bad part is that you're now putting a bunch of people in danger. Yeah, fucking stay away from our house. Again, I hate the fact that he knows where he lives. I'd hate that if I was Natsume. Think they'd believe you? Probably. Fucking matter, but rat. mm. Oh. Yeah, that was a busy day, wasn't it? Mm. End of the woods. Unfortunately, we just can't risk this, can we? This was a way we're always going to accept. Like I said, it absolutely sucks that he knows where we live. It's like the biggest, and I can't remember the name for it, but it's like the biggest trump card, I guess. Works, I don't know. Biggest trump card he holds against Natsume is he knows where he fucking lives and he knows where his guardians are. He's tried to keep out of this the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, good episode. Like I said, quite a hectic episode. Always nice seeing more Natori. Always like that guy. As you guys know, I absolutely love his voice actor. So yeah. Looks like we've got a bit of a double parter here. Interesting situation. So I imagine the guy that has been attacking everyone was the guy that attacked Natori earlier. But he's going around taking out other shamans and exorcists, and I'm not sure what difference is there between shamans and exorcists. I'm not really sure myself. Probably there's some distinction between them. But it looks like we're gonna have like a culmination of a bunch of exorcists, which is really interesting. We'll probably inevitably see the old woman. Not sure who else we might see. You might see Tanama's dad, maybe. But yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting scenario, isn't it? So many people with the same. Yeah. Shadow of linked chain. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Just before I sneeze, because I'm going to sneeze any second, do let me know what you guys think about this episode down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I think it's gone now, luckily. But yeah, good episode. Like I said, always love seeing a bit more Natori. Very much quite a lot of setup in this episode, wasn't there, to this whole situation with the Exorcist and again. Matter, but unfortunately, I want that kind of trump card against against Natsume. Sorry, but yeah, really looking forward to next episode. Again, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next time with episode 4.